Today, I'm going to have a damn good look at this alto saxophone. This alto is made by Amati, made in, at the time, Czechoslovakia, Amati 61. It's the AAS-61. So I say the name Amati, you're probably thinking, yep, that's the ones. We've seen them in school bands, we've seen them on market stalls, we've seen them online, we've seen them everywhere, and it's the ones with the brass body and the nickel-plated keys. You know the ones, and they're built like tanks, but I think they've got a great sound, and personally, I think they play quite okay. A lot better than people give them credit for, but that's just my opinion. You know the ones I'm talking about. Well, this is different. This is, let's just say, a more modern, updated version of their brand. I mean, it says made in Czechoslovakia, so you can date it to then, before there was any breakup of some countries. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, this was made, and it's a more modern horn. It's definitely got that Amati feel, but it definitely feels a lot more modern. So it's kind of what I'd say a crossover horn between old and new. It doesn't feel like a brand new shiny Selmer or Yanagisawa or Yamaha or something like that. And it definitely feels a hell of a lot more modern than the older Amatis. Now this Amati, the 61, was marketed as like a semi-pro horn. And I can see why it does have that semi-pro sort of feel. It's definitely a huge step up from the older models of Amatis. So I'm going to show you a couple of features. It has the high F sharp, which is right there. It has the typical Amati key guards like this. And the pinky cluster is very interesting. It has a split mechanism going on there for your low B flat. So if your fingers are not long enough, you can use that one there. Or if you like mine, you can use that one there. It's a very nice mechanism, actually. My little friend, the octave key, doing his little octavey things. Yeah, that's nice. The palm keys are nice and comfortable there. The body to bell brace has this 2-screw thing going on there, and one here, of course. And the flare of the bell seems a little bit bigger than normal, so that might tell you what direction of sound it is. Usually I find these horns with a slightly flarier bell have a thicker sound, so we'll find out a bit later if that's true. I like that it's got the adjustment screws on the F to G sharp and the high B flat key, the bis key. I like that there because that helps put it in regulation much easier. Now the G sharp key itself has this little spring at the back. The key presses from here, of course, and then it moves this little rod which has the spring underneath, which moves your G sharp key. It's slightly different to a normal G sharp key, but it works very fine. Actually, I think it works really well. One strange little feature, it's not so bad once you get used to it, is the auxiliary front F. It's this funny little bean-shaped thing. It's there. It's a cross, and it's actually quite comfortable with your first finger there. And probably the best part of this video is that the saxophone is hiding my stupid head. Metal thumb rest as well. That's always a nice plus. You can adjust it as well. And there's the engraving, Amati AAS-61. I love doing that with saxophones. I don't know why, it just feels very satisfying. But all in all, I think the build quality is pretty good. So let's have a listen to what it sounds like. I'm going to be using my Branchesr E23 mouthpiece with a Selmer ligature and a Vandoren 2.5 reed. I know a lot of people like that sort of stuff. I always write it in the comments anyway, in the description I should say. Anyway, let's get right into it. Let's have a listen to what this sounds like, and I'll catch you lot after the demo. So there you go, yet again I'm covering my stupid head for you lot, so you don't have to look at my pie head. So that was the Amati 61. Feel free to write your comments down there, what you thought of it. Well, my view on this is that it is way better than the older models of Amatis. So I'm very happy that I brought this back to life, because this little Amati is actually pretty good. It's way better than I expected. And it's certainly better than the older models of Amatis. I'm not trying to disrespect them. They were what they were for the time. But this is in a totally different league to the older models. So where would I place this then? I would say, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, in the intermediate level, around about the Yamaha 26, Yamaha 32, Ligature A3, A4, in that sort of ballpark figure. In that area, you know what I mean. So maybe somebody's bought themselves from the Far East on an auction site a nice, cheap and cheerful, colourful alto or whatever, and then they want to step up because they realise that the alto they've got has expired. That's a polite way of saying they've grown out of it, or maybe it's just fallen to bits. They don't all do that. I'm just saying, you know, as a repair guy, I've seen a lot that do, but you know, there's some good ones out there as well, so I'm not knocking them all. I'm just having a little joke. Jokes are allowed, aren't they? So my view is that this would be a really nice step-up model. So yes, give one a try. If you get the chance to try one of these newer models of Amati, I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think you'll be quite surprised how much they've improved compared to the older models, and that's okay. That's a win-win for everybody in the saxophone world. So when I was doing the jam section, and I was just in my own little world, in my little zone, noodling away to my heart's content, I got a little bit distracted for a split second because the G key here is a little bit closer to the C key than I'm used to. My hands are like gorilla's hands, or like a bear's paw. But that, again, is like, as I say, it's like driving one car, then you go to drive another. You have to make them small adjustments, and then it's just plain driving after that. But after that small little thing that niggled me for a split second, it was absolutely fine. I'm just being fussy. So I'm actually digging this little Amati quite a lot. I've got a soft spot for these, what I call underdog brands like Amati or B&S. You know, that sort of brand. I think they're really nice, and I like the fact that they put things out like this, because not everybody's got like a $5,000 or $10,000 budget, and not a lot of people have a $500 budget. But something like this will last you for many years. I mean, think about it. It's lasted at least 30 years up to now, and I think it's got at least 30 years more. So yeah, a lot of saxophone for the money. But I'm just getting sentimental and gushy about the underdog saxophones. But there's also a lot of truth to it as well. I think they're way better than people might give them credit for. So if you get the chance to try one of these 61s, or maybe even the 83, or even the 32, you know, give them a try, nothing to lose, and you might find that they're okay. And something else that you might find is okay, this video. So that means you horrible people out there have to get your finger and smash that like button with your finger like that. Just go hit, 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 hit. And also, if you want to subscribe, that's absolutely free. So yeah, go for it. Nothing to lose, and you get to see this stupid head again, unless I do that. Actually, that's better. You've got to have a little smile about these things. Anyway, you will catch me in the next video. Sending my big hugs and kisses all over you lot. That's not meant to sound creepy, but I don't care. Anyway, hugs and kisses to you lot out there. Have a great day. Enjoy your saxophone journey. Reach out to me anytime. Stick your comments in the section below. And I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.